ewo enkran mantem na Kumasi mantem Kumasi adehya Santeman ene Ghana nyina ehwe dwumade enwumbre yetie dwumade ewo 92.9 on Facebook. We are live. We're also live on YouTube na enwumbre yetra se yene mpanyimfo eto adwen afa oman Ghana ho na wotwi ensemben ena asisi yeman Ghana sansemi ensunsanso aya na ewo maye no etisen yebehwe emrahye bedwam yekoso ewo ho ewo parliament efa budget 2022 development aba no etisen majority minority speaker ene ho nsensem akosisen den ena Ghana for ehwe nim se ansana emrahye bedwafo bepaja wo mu akodi Christmas na ye budget no ho nsem no sen ena yedi akowie. The main issue ye contentious na asa sempa as say emrahye bedwam ewo ho efa budget ho a nyina ehwe nimu electronic transaction levy ana say e-levy ebi efre no momo tax eno ho ensem no akosisen percentages ene yeka ana say akwakowie esen. Minister of Finance etro love letter edeko emrahye bedwam na sa love letter no nsem ben enana ewo mu enhyehyɛ ben ana nsachra ben ena sa nkrata no na ewo mu na ne sunsanso ewo edema 2022 budget eno nso so atisen enwumbre yene empanyimfo etna se ewo Kessben television and on Kessben radio ewo punch dwumadie so yebeka sansemi na wonso so wadwenkyerɛ wonsusuye ene wasembisa a wode beba yakenkan ama wiase afana nyina enso so ate ye free emrahye bedwam ewo budget ho ensensem a na ye basa ye kwa ye bai eye fango ana se fuel ene yeto edegu ye kam se ye diesel ana se eye petrol ne no sisi osha efri dwada na GPRTU4 ene other transport union some say woye demonstration adan a opese aban eti taxes a ewo sa cost build up ewo ye fuel so ewo Ghana aban na montu ewo sa asemi ho atisen goal for den ena waye ediafa sa ade ho na transport unions almost sisen na ministry no enso so asisen Ghana for enso so asimben ena ye ka ade efa ho ye energy sector ho ensemsem no na say asante mantem ya analyze etai eco of minister honorable minister for energy Matthew Opoku Prempeh Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ke napo ode atudwa se we enye dumso we preso na so kra no aye asisie eho ensem ebekọ akosi dabai eden ne farba den ne ehwe mu se ebenya constant supply of electricity ewo asante mantem eno ho nsem enwumbre ebeka ewo punch dwumadie so
right, thank you.
Okay, so enwumbre honorable Frederick ana se Frederick ahenkwa ahenkwa ana se ahenkwa very good ahenkwa member of parliament for German South German North member of parliament for German North constituency ewo studio sa enwumbre honorable memwajo
ejo so menia
na empom tisen
ya me adomo
ye da obo ade ase Mr. Kwadwo Poku energy expert ye ne no ye ka energy ho sensemi na ya de sombu se ye ne no ebedi nkita ho enwumbre Mr. Kwadwo Poku memwajo
odie
obo ade adomo de ache
ode ya me ase josu ne watiefo a omutie
okay ene won so a wo hwe
And so almost share. Almost share. I have 1 year in a show.
Lawyer, thank you.
Okay, so nidi kan yenko embrashe bedwem na honorable ahenkwa embisa no se Ghana fo a yedi yeni edi ekiri ewese den ene koso ewo embrashe bedwem ebisa se budget yete se fiada minority fo a okọ atrase ewo embrashe bedwem and speaker etiedwem ese wa reject 2022 budget. Tuesday majority ekwa atrase na was wa resend decision wo ye no Friday and Tuesday no owie ye no wa move accept approve a budget 2022. Now subsequently and I say actually some emrashe bidwa for sachaye kakra wa ye ewo 2022 budget num na Tuesday no minority boycott one show face cry ewo embrashe bedwem na say masan aba debate ekoso discussions ekoso 2022 budget no status ewo embrashe bedwem sese no say enetie nia titupa anti agana fo ani die chire akoye na efre no momo tax ana say electronic transaction levy yet say ashase no na minority say we enye negotiable enye ade aye discussing po aye it is not on the table for discussion yen tiase se mo enye mfiri ma echire enyanentie se oh se mo beti so ababe 1% dia enka yebefa no saa ana say threshold mo be increase bi ama na free be 100 cedis na ko 300 a ye be consider ni ahwede eno nso so ho nsem no akwa wie sen e wo mrahye bedwo so that ye na anwumbre ye hwe wo anwumbre ye tie wo ye hu se ne status no tie ye ma ahwefo ene tiefo ente se honorable akwasi akwa member of parliament for Achem Oda anwumbre na nke wo so oba ha na so emergency meeting bi edina kopie baabi nti enya ade a obetimi adwane but ibeto anamon se ibetimi enya nkita hodi ewo tetefu eswa so honorable ahenkwa membisa 2022 budget ni status ewo mrahye bedwem eyeden
Minia meda wase minia penyo Ohene Gyan na mafa akwanya so nachia wahwefo ne watifo na mabai die omo a enam omuso a mabepi mu wo mrahye bedwem se maba afirikesi esu na mene Ghana man ni adfo etwetwe nkomo na manchia omuso a na ntwa yi te mefa afidi esu machia me constituents German North Sampa ne krupon machia omo nyina nwumre na makase nyame onka omo ho onko so anya omo kese ebisa madaroma na mababe pimu ewo ha minua obisa me se ye budget ehun sensem etisen ewo mrahye bedwamu a ti awa mekane se ni amede minim from my side as a minority MP aye duduo 137 in parliament no me de minim se finance minister edi budget ebe 2 yanim na speaker tia kunwam budget odi baaye no yetu so aba no duduo na ewo ho no ka se budget no yemongu ebi se hu nyina so no eni nyoma ewum no eye ne edi ahokire ebebre Ghana fo eni ti ubisa me se budget no nsensem etisen ya media minim se speaker yetu aba ewo ne so ewo Ghana mrahye bedwam etena akonwa kase mu mma mrahye bedwafo ebo budget no egui de ubisa me se ehun sensem etisa sanete emse nyoma bibiri na mote no mountain so se A any writer, I don't think say B ebe right. Me him say who crowd there who legal background kakra. I say bamra unim de kese. Yen as o mine. Ya get to me say ye de mra ene bebu o my Ghana. Na nye se mra na ye di bu o my no. Ye bu a kodru baby. Na ya o my na bedi ensem a at a point in time ye bu o my no. Se mra ne bi enko emma yen a na ya yi ato nchen. Ne ye koma yen ni de na ya ye adwuma. Eno ye ne sa ne oti abontin beka se unye democratic. Na chese kabima mi kan bia ye ka se ye di ye adwuma na chese unyi ntum. Ne ewom ni se uba mrahye bedwamu a ye situation e wo ho enne is a hang parliament senior ye nim no. I say otwea yakuna ne stress nsen wo ne stre baako esen ha baako sen ha 137 na ye wo independent person but independent person na ye na dwin se abre bia no oni one side ebe ye business abom eno doesn't mean say okan mo ho na oye saa ku no enipa yes say interest na wa show say oni omo ebe transact nti ene situation na ye wom no enti say first na obehu aban ote akonwa so na ne mra hye bedwafo edoso esin bia ne oni aban mu ade bia ye di beba parliament ese parliament due diligence nanka ye tumetra se eye mo ye domu suko se bia ne di aba no we nye nanka ya sone so ayi bia free mu ama ne aka na edi mfaso abrega na fo a enam se aban ne wo dodo na wo na fanenti na ye di apia nye one particular party aban ko ye nyina ye di hu fo but I believe say saa time na ye wo aban ne wo majority no mpempi no amwa oman no enenti say discussions ikosu na wuti animdifo a tem bia criticisms beba no ye say o parliament ye rubber stamp parliament rubber stamp adentia ade no utumi se bia ne aban no ede abetu epono so se yenka ho asem no bia nka nipa ne gina kwantem kro na odi ne ho a anka obeka se wenku ade memfo aso but enam se odi ne ho ado amanyoku na amanyoku bi su na ogina e ba yenti no se ade ne yo enyo na odi akire. I think say this time around yankopon epesen sakraye bi ekoso na ama ye parliament no akwakoye sa nti nye bra ye wo mu na obi di na ho odin etwi bibi fa so se mopo mumpo se bebo man na mo man no ye na abam menim se situation a ya be komu at this time I believe say e be replicating who for some time and this is the time I say you prepare your who as a country say bibi sa aba ne consequences no ye bebe ebi ni ne ni aye hu
honorable okay o kan bibi se bia nyankopon enemani a esie hang parliament yenye
yes
na Ghana fo nso so eba akane no na ebinom eye wona nigye because na wo susu se mo beye consensus building mo be di ensa wo so ama mwadwen Ghana ho na ya yehu na nsen ama Ghana fo bi ebisa se enu nti sa consensus ana ehwe ni mu se enka monya hang parliament nke ebeba yi enu ni yehu ya na a se pinchi ne ekoso ya na ate ntokwa na mo ko ho
ye nkontokwa kra ni nyina consensus building ene ewum se
moye se na moye consensus building ene moye se mo kwa ebe
meba se moye se mo build consensus no na anya adwuma bia to bia obi person odi na ho odin bu fa so obi susi minti ase na akoye we have done so many consensus eba ministerial portfolios na aban president the nominees di omubaye. I think said there were criticisms somewhere say minority for Womajama nkrofo ni nyina fam nsem bebre na sebio yen ya ye free other political party ya ye bae no ye nkrofo ni ye kan gu ye so o ma kogi sika o ma ye say nsem bebre but I believe say enye ba bia na e di amanyosem eko si bra ye wo mu sisi ano nye politics na ye yo eye Ghana fo eyi edie eho asem na ye ka ene na di we aba no because right from day one na budget ye di ba betudwa ena ye nya ne hint say aban di to ahodo binum ebeba na ba ko ewo mu a etwa awo kura eye ilevia uka ho asem sisia na ye tena se enya mai na eye hiesi nesu ye hwe ho nsunsuanso a edi bebo oman no ye di kan di signal ekwa abonten se ilevi eba na atwiniti ewo budget no ma there is no way say ye di ebeje because edi ahonkyere foforo ebeba abedokuro Ghana for ampa budget buy na ilevi aba bepimu ye finance minister di budget ba parliament na ye oberedi budget wia senior beya amrahye beguafo ebenya the principles are underpinning budget ninti no ye call retreat sometime 2 days and 3 days na experts are omotrase a omuni abani ye consultations a ye di budget ni buy no na fe omo aba be kire ye mu bia adwinpot ye tachiri say ye di we ebaye ye di we baye ye di we baye ye free oni eba na ye ba be bobo adibeti budget na fe who make it will contribution na what me make a valid contribution na e ho nsunsuanso no ebeboa Ghana for Ohene Gyan metimi aseme kuku aka kire say nanu finance minister di budget betu bia wiye ye call 2 days retreat e ho Serene Hotel na experts are omo baaye ebe fire through the budget the various sectors ni nyina about 11 to 12 of them, none of them with the exception of one person na media me who say when it came to the issue of 11 no or kasa ya ne kasa no a favor 11 almost all the experts who came omo ya nim difo you know them Legon lectures here business school lectures ni pa ye nim say in the academia no omo a climb ladder na omo kan bia se bio edimu e wo man mo ha they all spoke against this 11. They were outright against it. Nipa ba ku pe na minim say okasa in favor of 11. No kra no ne kasa mu no he was suggesting say we should start maybe from 0.5. Now as time progresses no na ye di bi ekeka ho ye di bi ekeka ho na ye kan say ye nkase Ghana ye nkoso na freebies nko ha fine oman bia di to na ebu oman but eto de bi na eto no koduru ba bia na ama timamfo so eho akire won sebio utwa wa o ketre mana wo wi a otutu na wo wi a onwi na mo wa o ketre ma utwa di tugem na atoto na wo wi a unya na bia sebio eto aye age no ede na edi to no beye yesi ye di ye o man ni ye ye di to no ye man ni ye hwan mu na edi getimamfo a nti ne a udi to no beye bibi di ama no na bra o tu asika no odi amemfi na etu asika na sebio enige ben na we kira obenya and this is what we are talking about.
This is what we're talking about. Meba horse see me ba na yahwe enema mienu critical ewo sa budget the status any levy.
Nti na wo bisa se nti budget no sa bra ye wo mu ya je to
na ebi na da wani mi
budget ni ya je to
ma technically no majatum
technical obi anyi bibia ntumo because na anu a speaker tena konwa mu a ye sorry ya ye ka say ye ka ho wan say na me ka say Ghana mra na ye di aba no mra na ya gie tum say ye di ebu oman no enye se bio spa ne ye bo ana dame ubo ha na eduru ana emwawa na wahuretra ne ope na waye debi ye ni ye nuanu MPP fo ena ye nyina minister di betu bia say on that 7th no obeba. When was that? Was it 7th or so? Yeah, that Tuesday, no, that fateful day. Obeba 13th for the budget, no, about betubia. We were all ready. Yeah, I work constituency. Ejuma ye nyina ye jaye nearby near betnase. No the budget, no, betubia. Yenye sanko hu eko bobo hu eba ye be started debate no on the Tuesday. Tuesday, ne se bi wa wo ye di o man ahye wonsa. Umom na wa so di o. Because se bi opposition say yantu adwuma ye fo ka obi nkobisa opposition leader bia say busumi aso yantu ayeka wa ye de mamu ahye wonsa no umom na wa so die say wa manfo yantu a wonka ye bebisa enti se nkampo ye hia ho na budget ya debate ho awie na aka last debate say leaders ye be keka various contributions of members ya na afi ya gina so asi agina ya wa udi ade na eba no umom na sese wotenase na uwie na udwane a udwane from what na je say wan kasa wade na udi baaye no you don't believe in it near nim in this country ni say uba parliament a when na ye walk out since ye start ye fourth republic ye mrashe biafo ye koba ye kwa this is the 8th parliament tem bia obeti say in parliament ye walk out bia no na minority for na ye walk out because aban e bulldoze ni we e na omo se omo nyede omo nti ase but this time round there aban na onu se so bulldoze ni we no onu mom no odwane from his own image and this office image na watwa no e very clear na image no Ghana for ye the chef frame mu di tare down ho na Ghana for be gi atuma. Why are you running away from your own image?
Okay, be ba ho enche bia meko eye kwadwo na enche bia me ba ye be se budget ye da wanimi. Se wo se wo de munyin tuma discussion na ye koso bi go matie general mosquito general secretary of the NDC ye se don keti ase enya ade a mo be boycott a discussion
estimates
that
is estimates
move boycott
one say you can say ya budget na gua budget where da ha no in entirety I cannot condemn the budget that it is bad but enyoma bi na womu a ba akomienu bi na esi o we there moma yenyen sakra ye wom sempo beginning na you start here impulse ena omogie sebio ya adwenkyere etu mu a anka we have not gone to this far but near me feel say ye nuanom omusuro say omo be concede ni say ade we a ye di aba no is in its original state the moment aye be order 1 2 3 paragraphs ewom no it tends to lose its originality and no ye can it comes to the line say ya ede ya boagu ni edi fufuro aba and that is what they don't want to admit
so boduam me ba ho ye be kom ya we say discussion na e be koso e wo estimate no ho sensem no sen e de no etie me ko e kwadwu ho na ye we kwadwu ne koso e wo embrashe badwaman san ne beba energy issues no ya citizens dey na ye need it because energy matters ni nyina so no ebi ewo budget team udi weni edi ni ayekoso ewo mrase badwamechi as memenu wa yaye Ghana fo a ye ni mrase badwama den say neto
em say e ha dwene kakra em say yeah democracy beacon of hope for Africa and em say mpempi yehu parliamentary videos from other countries and aye butu na omo kontokwa no mo say nyina ehwe bi ni asere Pakistan, South Africa, Nigeria, you know, and some has happened in Ghana. Yes, so your parliamentary videos. I'm sure other countries are looking at it and laughing. a drew some personal because there are instances I will be kochia kunya no be yewe na obi obitumi ko hwim no the adwane ne achese no. You know, for Ghana, the beacon of hope, I think it brings us down. I think Oshebe Biakusuya a democracy free the UK. They cheer, they jeer, but you see, say there's some level of decorum. And I think say that is what now no we have now gotten into. I think say a hajune kakra. For me, and I come from the civil society space. Our concern is mostly to do with, like you said, consensus. But I think say consensus na ebeba eya na ukofiebu na say consensus beba any free papa ofie.
Kwaje so bo dia mesia beba ho na yaso asaba menko na me ne honorable Ejakwa Mesa entwetwe enkomo. Hello honorable.
Yes, munya be.
Me mo adwo status ankasa no etisen.
Oh, you mention I wonder when you're washing any now. Unfortunately, I mean, we feel I'm not because of phone agency. I want to watch more voice in particularly want to watch the non-cover secret attack radio Western region, Nagana, baby. Obeying for sure, say budget no what we go abandon the filing motion to attempt to set aside the decision of Wednesday, Tuesday last week. The budget has been approved. As we speak, committees will share estimates approval. Will share agencies, ministries, departments under the ministries are. When you raise the budget, more estimates are seen our approval one concerns, one challenges, one objectives, what the impact are able to we make in yen mangan and a can call. So was the Muscaramana Amamo Special Budget Committee, non Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. In fact, all the committees of Parliament have started meeting on the budget estimates since Monday. And see, the budget is firmly in place. And we are deliberating on it. I expect that next week, able to pass appropriations bill and sign a parliament or recess for the Christmas break.
Na honorable Adeba kwa budget ewo monim asese mu dosodosum ene levy Minister of Finance ede ensem ebetu biase ode krata aba emra se badwa mewo nsachaya kakra waye ewo we no levy no sese no yasusu biase say ena ye no ana se ejina 1.75 no.
Oh, well, to the extent there, say, Ekan Minister and letter na very simple. On your complicated or the yedino HDBR. All the issues are particularly minority on your Ghana for way reason. If you are immediately able to do onam do no watro letters about speaker hode Eka Energy what's it asama Troy wo budget no oyi bi film nti amend the novel resolution na parliament will pass ni na other account a Japan royalties transaction or the bear for information purposes only. Now what is a collateralization in on your one that or you okay obutum we yefim was under secretary president ne direct to the man there so some part of the parliament will approve them transaction able to me akodi but on smart yemi buma your knowledge over and above what was in the public domain. It was purely political and the obupu ehunensi some review documents in the for parliament for approval. In fact, one fan can expectation of revenue crown on capital casino. And so you can take that one to out in terms of the wedding. But the transaction will come back. for further deliberation. Parliament did tomorrow, Bokodo, Sanjan Tumsa, na in Nayat, baby Nayadan, work within the confines of what is available to try and make our best for our mother Ghana. Third one, benchmark values. Yes, we review, but in reality, issues now affect only 18 or so items. And see, consistently, no, I share corner. Yes, able to provide the further relief to Union importers. But by so doing, no, Yanka head companies are where production of Ghana was an Africa Free Trade Area. Ya sign on their headquarters of Ghana. The whole idea is that countries are able to take the first mover steps, no, and want to be an advantage. And see, for instance, Nana Donald Akufo-Addo will take a step to invite vehicle assembly companies, manufacturers to come into Ghana under a special arrangement. Into the urban manufacture cars over time able to be self-sufficient. Yet to export to African countries near generate foreign exchange. Now at the same time, so benchmark values for the same vehicles we import Obama won't duty sufficient or encourage investors more Ghana. And China cost 90 human and so that's why those levies benchmarks were reviewed. But yes, government will continue to engage. Sabi any normal voter region BB Ketaho, so one see defense issues are always by finance ministers. Okay, we provide the 10 million and start engineering studies being now. Yeah, if you're able to me here, but beyond that, you're extended. Other parts of Ghana also face the same threats. We are able to protect the entire coastland. No more 11, no one common. Was on the issues no odoso. Say yen revenues are yet to generate to Ghana house. So in yet to the one direct payroll taxes do. One year in Bia. Abana start processor or formalize the economy or provide the ID card or tie your the national ID system to the digital address or tie them system now to the telephone number. But that process will take time. You to be running now. Not only will we identify every Ghanaian BR transaction okay no able to name Musikawa and Mayajan tax kakra. You to me and want to say when you be Krana as opposed to Libyan or to Niman San or church Rosini, I would support the vulnerable. No, we can also identify those people through this process to provide them with government support, social security support. But in the meantime, we need to still build our country. You better than about the young country. Which in the revenue though. Yasha yehu there telecommunication sector transaction ban why a significant investment woman only for you to be. You bought me a leverage on it near to you raise revenue kaka. You in charge 17.5% too. You know NDC for Musamama Wabanum or charges 17.5% on VAT on financial services. 1.75. As I send 100 Ghana CDBR, a book your 1 CD 75 pesos. Brother, I don't know why I'm answering you. I don't know why I'm answering. It's the monk command of finance ministers, I don't worry. So, we not say, now you build a certain consensus. The second judge no be here, they able to leverage on particularly any animal. And also any income will enjoy the services Abano provide with taxes kakrojeje. And also na the monk of also won't your tax. You able to use them means na ya bring a one so kakra. That is not to say and when now crown baby. No. But because they employ other mechanisms of formalizing the economy, no, I'll be take time and send you know. By which time a lot more people will have come to the net. This is a step now kakra so abaka ho na na yen ntoboa ye da boa release man Ghana. And see that conversation is ongoing.
Yeni
So
honorable
that's where we are.
Yeni honorable Ejapa Mesa, Member of Parliament for Sekandi and Etruchin Komo Enyumbre on the budget and matters arising. Honorable budget adeba kwa ede ebaye ene se transport unions ana wo hwe ni mu se enam fango bo babia edrunti nkaban ente taxes a egu eye ye fango no so se be ya ebema won transport ifu obo abafam kakra na won so odwumadi a wodie no akose ne a wope no eba se budget no wanya saa nantie ewom no my joda esimi we se wo tie atua kakra wo mfa passengers ma eye penchen kakra ewom na yekote se Ghana Oil Company ye goil ene aban empanyimfo ehia ama wayese wakote eye wonfuo no so by 15 eye pesos na ebaaye no akoye se eye aban na ahye won nya aban na ahye won na wona na watranse no waye eno boye deputy minister for energy ewo sector saa asem we hu no de wo he pa ene ewo mu
So open obia return tax bia niemanka tax no either the way it's one our tax no send or a part of what disposable income na ban ya jatum de onjian kakra na efeyem punduduma sabiwa me area metso labadi hai asphalt ya odu guduma wa fefe fioyi wa ye road markings in nai about reduce more cost and ka road no nya mo workshop but abanso digin to bo na ode the mudumani na now Matt, there was a transport operators one expectation in their budget no or but to taxes no do now Mr. every budget be able approve biano or you approve revenue no your expenditure revenue on your taxes direct taxes indirect taxes non-tax revenue or you fika few oil na cocoa na gold na diamond na no na over the years every time yen revenue in your biano or you're shorter than your expenditure and see how to bridge the difference between the revenue and the expenditure no on any bosaye bo na yade support yen juma in 2020 and 2021 because of the obvious situation they find themselves in production kofum COVID by government expenditure cost and the government that had to borrow more to fund the difference in the revenue and the expenditure, our deficit. And see, if the call need a man on reduce taxes, what we are saying is that a man this car to more budget until do more, non-J less. So question is, difference no be kese on a big scan a ban on fund. And min to ban min shirmu sende taxes and levies or petrol prices most of them are fixed. No ad valorem. So cost na tax no cost. Up before na tax na before. Na na blanco akufu ado be no. Nsheshe bi oye ni do convert some of the ad valorem taxes no into specific taxes. So no price no ye 1 Ghana cedi what do 2 pesos or 10 Ghana cedi what do 2 pesos. And regardless of the movement of the price of the commodity on the market, no government taxes and levies are fixed. And see, between the time we impose the taxes here to date, abandon being count, but the prices keep going up. Okay, that should tell us something. Or when there's a taxes no or you're flexible also move up and down, then you can say they be taxes means normal prices no extra oracle. But obviously, when you have specific fixed taxes, all impact the price, the movement in any way. It must be because of a certain other reason other than the taxes. In see, Abanishia GPRT for a broker strike, not Chemichra one day. More singing, yes, it's when you taxes in Fido, but no me there. Yeah, you taxes ni na fewer na, yeah, you do na fewer. Already na zero rate one tax. Petroleum price stabilization and recovery levy. Say that ye be so if you be ma expenditure, free SHS, hospitals, schools, nurses, allowances, teacher training allowances, or that ban or cut on subi. Was on the Niska. Na say ko market so ko bobosa no bodenden na skep ba begina so no de ko tua awoba. Principal na mbey. We will not be heading anywhere. Into taxes issue no day. Sisia ban onya zo botum odin saka. Number the good news in there. International market prices of crude oil na ye hu do rebefom. In the coming days you bohu there or reflect or pump. No kwani meeting in Minyasi. Time His Excellency the President on Yabanim painful Usha transport owners. But many a briefing. One from the Information Minister, two from the Deputy Transport Minister, three from my own colleague, Ministry, Honorable Amin Anta. And they confirmed to me that the statement, particularly Oil Marketers Association, for were based on some statement that GPRT official be making or Joy FM. That banner direct goal that one so one prices do not. It's inaccurate. Also, in the first place, Goyle or your limited liability company while listed on stock exchange. Our board of directors and management will take a decision on pricing. In fact, as we speak, Goyle Crown agency of the Ministry of Energy are accountable to woman directives and instructions. In fact, Goyle full way issue statement there. Them so-called directive or ban directive or no. Or no correct. Then one ankasa because we are predominantly Ghanaian owned. Now we say sentiments of Ghanaians on the ground. They then took a decision in the light of the fact that prices reform no to slash one profit margin kakra. No one for accommodate the shock that Ghanaians were suffering. And so, really, that's what it is. And look, I had the opportunity to speak on Joy FM, and I explained that, look, it's entirely possible, and I won't blame anybody. The Abanka there, in the coming days, I'm sure that the oil marketing companies, including Goyle and others, would reduce prices to reflect the global market, to potentially conclude that, maybe not go no better. And of course, coincidentally, when God then reduces the next day, then it presupposes that there was some directive. But question is, Makasama ban with respect to some of these issues based on information that I'm provided, and in some cases, direct knowledge. Because meetings me also mukubi, and I can speak authoritatively. Goyle, a limited liability company listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. If they have come out to corroborate what it is that the government of Ghana has said, they will leave it to the good people of Ghana to form their own impressions and judgments with respect to what really the issues are. But in all of this, what is the bottom line? Consumer the prices no, fortunately, horrible form, another unfortunately, and as far as I'm concerned, as Deputy Minister working for His Excellency the President, our mandate, the Ghanaian consumers, when product no so work of filling station e bi all at a price that is within controller obotu wa afford. And so I'm happy that the international market reaction is being felt on the market here in Ghana as we speak.
Oramu Ejapa Mesa Yebeda asi enyumbre
Mazum da CP
Deputy Minister Energy and Nutrition Komo enyumbre kwajo studios kwajo.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I know gusu ana woka emrashe bedwam there, but as somebody our interest our energy sector of this statement, I think go for social issue statement, and yet government directive, and I'm one two and I'm more also too, but we'll come to that. You don't see on
right.
Issues are now.
Yeah. So basically, the enemy can say, see, enemy consensus. Ukofie bim na consensus wo ha papa ofie na encourage consensus. Makers in saying even the civil society organizations, when it comes to consultation on this budget, the day before the budget in a Ministry of Finance, a fair civil society phobia, and most of them didn't want to go. Memanko. And the reason I didn't go is that if you're going to read the budget the day before, now then what are you really coming to discuss? You have already prepared it and you are just going to tell me, Obeka, dear Okoye. But me no, I'm not a finance expert. But there are also energy party bia and kayenum bini contribution. I think say consensus building in the hot because Ministry of Finance is a problem. Me any politicians know. You see, your Ministry of Finance, OBF say a ministers in a problem. There be the technocrats and the civil servants at Ministry of Finance are a problem. Mamika say mincho. In the last 2-3 days, many my colleagues be yatanasi ashe nyoma bi. And me one was say embrace be job for which is the finance committee for no almost picking it up. Minya. In the whole of 2020-2019, the total revenue and grants yet may receive as a nation is not more than 55 billion. Total revenue and grants 2019-2020 is not more than 55 billion. Okay? Now, Ubi Eba, no Abekachra will say, last year, as at September 2020, na me programme 70-something billion, but na menya 47 billion. The year before, no, menya 37 billion, which is the 2019 budget, so it was 10 billion better. This year, all kind budget, no, also wenya 47 billion, which is 10 billion better than last year's budget. Now, wabaya budget was in the total revenue and grant 100 billion. Now, Obian can wasem. The fundamental principle of this budget is flawed.
So, because of 100 billion.
Because, my brother, only 55 billion. How do you collect 100 billion? Then you now put an expenditure of 135 billion. Meanwhile, the total revenue we've ever collected in this country plus grant is 55 billion. My brother, it is a fundamental problem. Now, everyone saying by your phone for this is not the same way or some
for the first time, if e-levy
is saying 6 billion. Let's be granted say e-levy is 6 billion. Okay, the total by amount e-levy amu project and you be around budget 1.7. Musu be 3,000 a month and 100 a day monjano. So let's even grant say they can generate 4 billion from e-levy. How much is that? So you were able to collect, and bear in mind, government has never met its target 100%. The biano or set target untumi miti. And the government set 77 billion no went to me miti. but wako set target of 100 billion. Meanwhile, the revenue you've ever collected in this country is 55 billion. Let's grant say Uber to nyomam there for 10 billion 65 billion. But put it this way, you see, me say technocrats, and I'm not blaming the politicians, because the technocrats are the one who put this document together. Document way, and your politicians know. Now, NDCO, MPPO, your minister now bar. Now, the nyoma be actual. Now, no, you follow. But me, say, it took me only 3 days for me to sit there. Somebody drew my attention to it. Because Bank of Ghana, call my website, Bank of Ghana has all the statistics. Yes, spending ukrum ha. The editua aketua nyina ye ka ho asem nyina no 28 billion. Aketua ye ka ho asem de bia Bank of Ghana website 28 billion. What you say? Inti se wo be ka kire me say o expenditure 135 billion. My brother, you are lying to us. What you try to Ghana for? Intisa projects be brain Ministry of Finance, their shares a document we no on to me yet. Because a year earn and spend. Siskano we nya on spend it. But the biggest problem I want to say, so on your budget this what happens? Now contractor for or matitits a project we our budget mono, they keep putting pressure. No cover finance we are no cover finance we are yebehuno na ebo eka ne bubrubu say yes sir sidi no ine yekuno because revenue about you ageno let's grant say ogbba want to mean more than 70 billion enti sign ebe bosia say impasse obeso ye all the 135 billion projects now obebo bosia of 65 billion aden.
Honorable. Now, me di kan ansa na me free ho na me kasa me ba bi ma ye be say estimate na amount eba mo discuss asi do nketi aka say you will not boycott the discussion or the estimate na mo be hwe e-level no say be ya anya yi ordinary person no fa na say den ade na mo ye
no Minister of Energy eka ho aseme wo ha miami nua penya japa mesa say yes ye nyi budget into mo den na ye challenge speaker ruling na odibaye with a motion na fi budget estimates koswa committee say share but one thing about budget estimates say this year mamu sense as to what they should spend and what they have taken. Senior penny come. Ningina projections. Otumi project is bia me pesca say me yasika no so a say na medi but who ni hu to me parliament na ma wa approve say we target we ya get to afi so we expenditure ceiling so say ya get to enti afi we are ye wo mu ya mom to me be say omo spend ye sika bi next year there na ye ka ho asem no but ye the estimates no but the estimates comes with this year and that of next year and this year 2020 sika ye di ma omo kwan ben so no ma fa so ayusu say sika no and you don't discuss the current one in isolation to what already you have approved for them. Yes, sir. You have done a disservice to the country. And by enforcing who come work where did no mukona ye maya. Yes, I can be so mungo didi. We know what we are doing. Budget, what they brought was just a policy statement. The principles guiding whatever they have in mind. From there, we come to the approval of the budget estimate itself. We approval now. Then we come to appropriation. eneshe adina ye no nyoma bebre. I cannot just come and sit here and then unfold whatever plans.
So before move sorry, move rise for mo Christmas break. Na Ghana for enya botaye mu say na mwaji enhyehyeye bi atuma efri January eko ndia bosome so en wasi tuanka ebenyeska atuanka.
Eno no misconception, and then there is a doubt out there. That's out there say budget ni yantimi anwie hu adwuma before the due time now. From January ekono yentimi ntu adwuma efoka. It is not true. Me finance expert.
No, but the Minister of Finance and those caution.
Me finance expert, but that is not true. Say who Korea Financial Management Act now. When it happens like that, now government know who say the budget no will not go through. I think he has 3 months. Every month he has to come to Parliament for a resolution that they have what they call vote on account. You come, Parliament will approve. There are some expenditures you can make. Compensations. Say we charge my 4 car, goods and services. They will give you their offices, how the offices will run and those things. You can go in for money. But what you will not be permitted is going into capital expenditure projects. They say, yeah, until you have that door, no, that exit, no, for 3 months. Every month, Parliament has to approve something for you. You see, they are putting fear in us so that the right thing will not be done. But if you're a worker, na say Parliament play the oversight role. Say it's true. Me need finance knowledge, but all can say it is. I think that the finance committee must up its game. We have been constituted into various committees. Will be your friend select committees will be play the role. Maybe or lands and forestry. And say the budget but anything be a what be no. I feel say me name dia me wono. I must bring it on bear. And he say nya all can one say who set it target be the man who. Not target who unim say adie we mean to me. And we were also doing our estimates at the committee level. Similar thing happened. Watcha Sikato was a afiwe as I said bia menya 10 billion. 10 billion no. Wanya bia ne unya ekura be 3 billion ena unya ye. Na this year once and the abeshe was will be at 2022 10 billion na me set ya manya no. The following year kura me pay 20 billion. Who set this target ni ma who will take you serious? Because in Konya ben ena ube and no comes with a lot of things. Be the estimates ni beba ube no. There is something that runs through over expenditure. And all comes from some of these things. So ya miti your revenue target and you know bia yakoha akojiwe yakoha akojiwe yakoha akojiwe. By the end of the day na ya violate inti say na wu ka say binum si o budget no amba mu a within from January ekono obi anya ketua no. It is not true. We are appealing to Ghanaians. Said they should side with us. Na yema due diligence enye adwuma.
Na due diligence be koso there.
But it is going on.
Okay.
Koso. Penyini kan ye where budget no consultations were not done. Say ye proper consultations. I don't think Senka we will get to this level.
But yet to say subsequently, and I say
because
America
kusini say na debate ni nyina e course wie. Na leaders no be running up with the ideas. Ne na can say as I say speaker ema ye two motion no so aba. Leaders ni wie ya mu wie delivery. That is where the finance minister came through the majority leader said he has something to say. I think it was out there I will be say obese o meet two leaders, no, a minority, majority at conclave. I didn't know who meet you. He was going to meet them on the E-levy. Minority reason said they would not agree. Acre deal, no. I think the energy expert is here. I was there. Yeah, rising last sitting. No, mobile said Ghana want to increase its share in field now. No. OCT, you know. You say you increase your shares. So they brought it. We discussed it and told them, say there is a ceiling. After they should go and negotiate with them and come back to us to see. So we will scrutinize them. Negotiation, no, baby, then we give you the go ahead to complete whatever that you are doing. But budget it tend to be a different thing, as if they themselves have the power to conclude whatever transaction they have done. Meanwhile, this is not what we discussed with them. And to the Abesha budget, no ma, you have to go back and do the right thing.
So why is our corrections?
Corrections, no. Or see why you be. Or see why you be.
But
what I keep on about, what I keep on saying is, this is the budget they have brought to us. When you look at the budget from page 1, it has been paragraphed. Sir, could see the last page. Your tables, no, Enti near say yasisano.
Is it not the case?
Do we
Speaker, yes, the budget is hereby approved, subject to the amendments and the Minister of Finance or the ban.
Speaker, ben.
And yes, Speaker, I want to approve budget.
Now, one tea say. Niotia kunyanum kachire say onye speaker. Oye be kwai MP.
Onye the speaker.
Onye hwan speaker.
The speaker.
But oye
speaker.
Enye pick and art na ye yo. Ye di mra ene ebu o my Ghana. When you look at our standing orders, it is clearly stated there. When clause 7, you say who is a speaker. The standing order defines who a speaker is. Mr. Speaker, the speaker we all voted for, his deputies, or anybody who is presiding at a time, no, is a speaker. That is what the standing orders refers to. And then when you come to your standing orders, no, Article 14 is there, Order 14 rather. Order 14 and 13, estate is when the speaker is unavoidably absent, the clerk of parliament will announce to parliament that the speaker is absent. For that matter, the first deputy speaker has to come in. The first deputy, second has to come. And the moment they come to occupy the seat of the speaker, they are clothed with all the powers that the speaker has. What I'm saying is that, say who a football team, you have 11 players. With a referee mediating between the two teams. Now at a point in time, you realize the referee who is the mediator is indisposed. Now by consensus, you also say from the two teams, one player should leave his side and then come and mediate. It means the player has now become a referee. That side has reduced by 1, while the other side still remain 11. But now, now a player becoming a referee. In disguise, the other team has an advantage. You understand? What we call the de facto. Near say you who say what about a referee? 11-4 or more number 11 can score a goal. And you tell them, say, offside.
Honorable, is it not the case? Say, so you can't, matter of interpretation.
Maybe it's a matter of interpretation. Say, mrana, no. No. I think we have common sense.
But common sense into you override what is black and white stated in law.
So what is, American say, what is the black and white? Speaker Kunya, he stated, say, speaker, only voting right.
Okay, is that not referable to speaker? And
who is the speaker? And I'm telling you that you are talking about law. You are talking about law. The standing orders emanate from the Constitution. The standing order is a subsidiary to the constitution.
Yes, subsidiary legislation.
What
the
does it?
Constitution is supreme.
And our standing orders, Parliament is a master of its own rules. And the standing orders is telling us that when we talk about the speaker, speaker refers to Mr. Speaker himself, or in the absence of Mr. Speaker, anybody who is presiding is referred to as a speaker. It is sad I haven't brought my standing orders here. It is stated clearly.
Well,
how do you become how do you become a speaker and at the same time become a member of parliament? We were all voted for when we are in the chamber. That horseshoe structure, yet we are all the same. But the moment I will be ascended to the days, Walusu will status as an MP. You have now been up a little bit above the MPs, and that is why you are clothed with the power to allow somebody to speak and not to allow somebody to speak. So how do you come, chair, preside, take powers in the house, and still says that I am with you there?
That is
interesting. Pick and add say mra we dey favor me the beye adwuma we in favor me enti me mfa nye adwuma. And that is why people were pulling the chair, because if you are a speaker, uba we rise to you. You know nyina neti from home, but speaker too kwan a ukotena na konwa mti no ye the uba when they are ushering you, we all stand up and pay you that homage. I didn't think you're sorry the man. Because of me now, so you cannot enjoy those privileges and come back to tell us, say,
okay, so is it not the case?
I think civil society, as I said, Muma Yebum, and then now we are ridiculing our democracy. I say, a man for holy in high esteem. No, this current parliament, I make us a majority for. Yama, Yanima Guasi.
Mummy, no, and
Yaeden nano say uti akomyam as a speaker. Na edru baby edin na wa udaya no. You make a pronouncement say at this stage me speaker. At this stage me a speaker. Utra akomyam no ede.
Na eno entitle MP so kofa akomyam no.
Na abufuo ba ede na ntokwa ba.
Okay.
Sa abufuo na di ba.
Abono nkrapa on simadu
mo chi. Papa.
Jumadi so
I believe say the way forward no. Ye ma ye nioma bi ehunte na say ne ya portray ye hu Africa na manfo wo buo e ma yen say our democracy is a beacon. No, we should hold it like that. Na no me teach chamber na me ra ho nyesa nipa nimo. As deputy speaker is a learned person. Wasuamra onimra. But the American say ma ye political affiliations ne ye partisan interests no and override it. Me say sebio ye di adwene eden eye. I see him as a different person because potentials or one clearly Ochinabi, there's no doubt.
Okay. Fanso. Mami hwene see minemo pem no ebidru ho. Say until say ebia obi betu anamon akọ Supreme Court to set aside ebia na see previously, especially that Tuesday no anamon almost omotu majority and thereafter the SCC no. Yemfa no say status no say na tie na TSC yai. Now say the status no eye atwuma sa e-levy ho nsema minority leader ekokan publicly say minorities say no mo ye ready say 1% say ye better so about 1% mo be compromise no mo gina ho ana say mo asesa position.
I think we have come out clear say e-levy in any form we are not supporting it. E-levy in any form, whether short, tall, intermediate, we are not part of it.
So.
And the community is out there.
So the minority kind one kasama mo. Minority leader.
Near caucus na actual and say e-levy in any form or shape. We are not supporting it.
Never say someone for bu ama minority leader.
yebu pa by my mono interest supersede obia interest
abono nkrapa won sima adu no ba kwadwo yembra energy na yehwe ne ayekoso ewo energy sector na yehwe consensus civil society mo respect to sa issue as CI ewo with especially fuel prices na ho sensema ayekoso CI
fuel prices and some the say afino e sha ase e na yemu be truck letter eje krensa share krata se koma MPA se o hwede esi afi etwa mu 2020 a deregulation policy no in Dimboa Ghana for anything we had 2020 started 2020 no between January and March now prices almost say 5 cities and it was 545 and COVID started here amanoni nyina petrol price ba form ekọ kra ma baby kra no ya so so per credit be chew ye tua oka na ye di amount Ghana ye found ye petrol bono e drew 4 cities and tra 4 cities enti ye mo be say den e cost what you say prices no a good sort it cuts both ways. The deregulation be ye adwuma na wo se ekosoro a wo se ekosoro eba fom a wo se Ghana fo so nya sa ahoto no na eba fom omso da bi ye bobo aka eka ye boy no ye recoup ye losses enti no ye de yentumi nte so ekokoso na prices no started say samba subium towards the end of 2020. You started 2021 in every 2 weeks price no cost through 2% kra na oma increase any emu bisi debi it's a sign that here any deregulation no omo no edi enhwambo because e was sanka o share 2020 anka your price no o sanka drew by 3 cities anka could drew 3 cities na anka ne ya anka bo ne kosoro no kenye bisa anka ye drew 7 cities no
deregulation what is it
the deregulation and omde ko eba form a omo mfamba okoka omsu ene ye margin ene ya boka ene ye say ena ensem bebre o mama excuses OMC mo excuse bebre tie de ye chro krata ena MPA force okay new Amid by CEO no so what obe form a committee no form a committee ye mu bi o me letter koi ye my views media me submission ni say Ghana no na yen practice food deregulation and kind of way no yen cape dealers and marketers margin no e be ni saying se boni nyina ekusi with taxes ni bibia dealer any marketers OMCs no de omo pe na omo de toso fine e wum se competition ni wo ho na e efficient a obia person compete enti a drive omo margin ne bafo. But Ghana ha akoba sabishi ne pebi mutrimu se obi ton petrol F4 enye papa. Inti as the top 4 no Total, Shell, Puma and Guel. Omo na as the bia no omo price gina soro. Na ebini mo omo bemben omo no aye 5% cheaper. Ni si debi. Se ebasa na just mo no mo nye fair to Ghanaians because more 4 companies no mo nyina mo nto mu fuel baby fakon. As no be able to turn fuel. Mo internal overheads a car mo de body madwuma no e different. Enti e den na mo nyina de bia no na mo bo ba ko.
Okay.
O ja se. Enti eno bi no na yen ye call MP o ka kire MP say o kape dealers and marketers margin to let's say 40%. Me kujo poku de me feel say petrol adwuma enti say milk ana milo ana wachi ana benku upeu umpeu e wo sawto enti eye commodity bia eye essential commodity enti ni se ye ma wo ho kwan na ogye de wo pe enti se ye ka kiro wo se wo de wo so beje license aye petrol ni diesel ho adwuma umfa so obetumi a charge eye 40%. You use 4 billion liters every year. And to multiply 40% by 4 billion, 1.6 billion Ghana cedis are in that space. No, it's too much money. Ebinum si there be we saying ye kum some of the companies no e be a negative margin then enti nei ena ekoba say petrol born afa could do pempen so be a Ghana for bre GPR 2 for see empene ye de be demonstration na aban and scrap taxes me there me say aban taxes no sika no enso no akwate so ti say ni nye japa mesa kan ye no already no say the ye kan no on to me kra enya puduo no said your pedo and was akwate so dia na asemaba na empo no ye wo companies ni bi wo ha utwam a no oton ni fuel oton ni saying 6.6 and now 6.55 na watwam na ukogwela oton no 6.9 akoka also enu nye papa meanwhile share price build up na you tria 5 pesos a liter for what is called fuel marking margin. And no a synthetic material MPA for the good fuel ni nyina mu ukrom ha. Say the be ya so mo ba no mo be test for quality a o me hu say wo frem ana wo frem. Enti sa fuel marking margin no it gives authenticity to every fuel in the country. Enti e kire say nipa no owo enkwanchen so owo high street as long as awa bie a oye OMC no the fuel is certified by MPA.
Okay.
And now me no ka say MPA for nipa and now monitoring almost 34 marking no now adulteration at 32%. That was 2013. And now adulteration less than 2%. The whole country.
I think the public need this.
No, we've been doing it. We've been talking about this over and over. That even MPA have come out to say if you see as long as petrol station you be first, you know, not only the premix, Efra petrol, not only the kerosene, Efra diesel, and then no obianyesa. Inti se obi amount 6.6 to. Almost there be about 94 so. And I go back say uncle meeting, no. And after the meeting, now me the story of a buying actually go also on Tesono. A GPRT for any this because I was on a program with Omo PRO no when he came on the program he says oh ye meeting no ye a buying sit na Obama go for ati for so. And the Koba say a buying na directly go for so Monteso. But me could jo poku die me hu ni say eye a buying the directly go say go for na transfer who say no na wo say ye mo yensem because me can be say Guel should play that role. They should lead the price competition because Guel running efficient. Guel is the biggest fuel station in Ghana. Their size allows them to compete and bargain for better prices. They have a BDC called Go Energy. Go Energy can buy at a better discount than all the other BDCs in this country because of the size. Now, product, you call MPA for indicative prices. It is only a suggestive price. It's not how much we should buy. It is a go for bar. No makasa teswa 6.7. Then the OMCs are now panicking. So then I go like are buying a so anti-competitive. Why is it anti-competitive? Guel is not the cheapest in the country. Goodness, Zen Petroleum, all the other filling stations, Unicorn, they are all selling cheaper than 6.7. Are they anti-competitive? Guel or running efficient. In this window, no price has come down by 15%. In price no any baby any na 6.7, 6.65, 6.6. Enti sheda nye say bia Guel what is over 6.67 no omu investors be boka no. O share Guel for omu enhuma di tudwa omu accounts. It's a listed company so you can go online look at the accounts. Year on year Guel makes so many profits. They give dividends to their investors. But the point is that should companies be making astronomical profits on Ghanaians, especially at the expense of Ghanaians, especially on petrol?
Okay, interesting.
Oh, and Janutina me no yana yenu be kase. Muma yenya be circumspect in this petroleum because media me feel say abino. He should take petroleum very serious. Because Sankenye GPRT for union for like so yeah to petromu. Na mo kom ko to petromu. The dominoes effect. Now that the prices are coming down, the price of all the food and the items now will not come back down again.
Yeah.
So, media, I don't see where the story is. Where and go for oh, and I go for any and I buy any. Look, somebody has to sometimes take a decision. Yes, it's a your first instinct is to kill it, right? That's what we all do. But what take committee? So in this I say become one. Only be many committee for the
Lawyer, thank you.
Because nobody will agree. So there will be pro-life, there will be people who says no. The committee will never agree to kill the snake. We've been saying, this decision for Guel, because all that they are doing now go focus on anti-mat is not. Look, they have a marketer's margin. They've just squeezed themselves
small
on their marketer's margin, which will now squeeze the other companies also on the marketer's margin. Say first, Munya and Mokonai Intermemeka, they are cartel. Because they've all connived to now charge a certain marketer's margin. And this only now charge their 40 pesos at every window. Now, no, they can't do that anymore. And well, now my dear Martin is almost free. AOMs anymore.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've heard. I don't know whether. Yeah, I don't know whether it's true or not. But maybe point in say, DBA me catch AOMs for and say, oh, me a cartel. Why is it that Obiatifu so association you're joining? One of the bedrock of deregulation is that there should be no cartelling. More for me association. Obiatifu also say over spelling say I don't know why.
Bedas kojo mesia ba kojo poku na wutie no enwumbre wo hwe no enwumbre ewo Punch Jumadie so Kessben television and on Kessben radio. Honorable Frederick Ahenkwa, Member of Parliament for German North Constituency in the Bono region ewo ha enwumbre ye no payinfo mienu etwetwe nkomo efa ye Ghana. Honorable, on the issue of this GPRTU for demonstration, any fuel prices, any baby idea about battery.
I'm say fuel is something there. I bet BBB. Na say you use cross country vehicles, no. Yeah, can fuel as I think we feel it better. Se me free ako constituency asamba. Man budget kura no 2,000 there. SSM pay. We are within the month. Ubeko 4 times every week biya ubeko. The week biya and 2,000 within the month. You can imagine. Until it has become a burden. We are inside of the country now. Yeah, airport to cry, encroach afena or rehabilitation in home croneba. Comparatively, would it to who call by aircraft, I think it's more cheaper than using the road. And the road no cry apart from cost now we incur no fatigue now by farmer and sana wedru no is something. Into fuel there, I think is a problem. Ghana for enukra ka ho na amanfo etiamu kesi because fuel no kan essential commodity enye say umpo because without it you can't move. Into no say ye etiamu sa na aban ewo anamontu bia it say utu marketing companies no so you have given me a lot of education. Me feel say and you might be no more industry no more educating and kakra because we have the notion say who koto half of fuel best say we engine lifespan very reduced and those things. That misconception is out there. Inti baby cry prices no form kakra say nka wo ko ho ma ho hen no because of some misconception into no.
Okay, so red
Na
crowd
say
to so
baby abia goil wa na shell wa na tuta na puma ansa na waye abrana bi wo ho a eno ebema ukoma hen. But what goil has done no amaye hu say I think the others can also do better.
And if they will not do better, we should jettison, abandon them,
yes,
and go and
abandon and go to the.
Debia, Nana, Sebasema, Debia, Okan said, girl should take the lead.
The lead.
It was our price
reduction.
It will force others to also come down. Because other than that, Ubia, yes, or call girl. Now, the amount for metal the bed.
Oh, they are not go for na small mo kan so almost on Max. Then I at times so Max no the bibi on say wo hwe petrol. You 4 ton V power. Shell. Shell V power no ene girl Max no the same. Ninya around 95. But Shell ton V power no at a premium. And I go out ton Max no at the same price you buy ordinary fuel. Then I go for Utiom adverta. Omokase, they are selling you a premium fuel at. But you see, I know you're petrol. Me the enemy feel say, we use diesel no. A bit is a taxi ne trotro ne car kese no. Oh, diesel is a bit of a dirty fuel. Oh, share your premium, which is the high-end RON 95 you use no, and your petrol, which is gasoline. And know your high-end for you use sports car, or top brand new sports car, so you use RON 95, maybe a V power. That's fine. And the work to Gucci na Ubo Gucci hoka. Just here. In Tubaco talk is no problem. But car be bria a year working no a year commercial cars no. I used to diesel. Okay. Diesel there. If you buy from any other station, it's
good to go.
You're good to go.
Okay.
Me no a bus is sensitive. Cars are sensitive. Let's admit. Some sports cars are sensitive. Very sensitive. So no, you might end up having to buy V power or maybe the Max, which has RON 95. But back down. But most of our cars are. Look, we are even advocating for biofuel, where in Europe, we are using E85. What is E85? It's 85% fuel, 15% bio. What do you call it? Ethanol. Okay. Yes. In Europe, that's what, in India and Europe, that's what they do. All car engines now can use waiting the ethanol, a frat diesel, not a UC. It's called it's different, but it is environmental friendly. It is called E85, and we are advocating for MPA to adapt it. It will reduce the number of fuel we import, create a value chain of cassava. The cassava, then we turn the cassava into the ethanol, and the ethanol will be used to mix the fuel. And we use the fuel. I don't know. In all Europe, that's what is being done.
Because looking at the
so it's this thing where people are saying that contamination and all those things. No, the world has gotten to the point where you are even pushed to be environmentally friendly. We should use a certain mixture of ethanol, which is a biodiesel, with fuel. And let's stop this thing of Obia from Obinye say we need to let the prices work. With pricing, no deregulation will work beautifully. Without pricing, and now we might as well stop deregulation.
Because I could do baby, no stay near Okan. But we say latest, no. We there were form, we there, but no layman. We know say and I believe say like you are saying, we have a role to play. We all have a role to play. Saying your fuel prices, no, at least very realistic. Now, say you consumers so or quackotwa, ninkoma a day, if not, haship no quanabeko because they have a new cotton aboard here. As a son so.
Oh, maybe who is a GPRT for taxes no more pushing it there. It will be difficult. Where abaya anya kwanya o shock as always be say in futuro beko o ade friend saying o air filter car no ubekwa busuo kantem bia ko pesho kazo be so ba ko service enti ekwan and scanning ho. That's why I'm against scrapping.
And that is why we are talking about the scrapping of the toll.
Well, and different conversation.
Nyoma binum wo ha e matimamfo no nya perception bi because to no bi wo ha ye gia me hu ni say unni wo a you will not buy a vehicle. Nipa ni bebre trotro ni nia eko oni sika odi beto ka anti no use trotro enti obi a watimi atoka bia no at least say wadu to ho no once di no obetua no eno ontumi he can pay. Ye kan ye say ye yi to na free wo because of congestion any hu kro ne ba ni I can hu kra ni say ye pollute environment no but uko baby a ye movie no ye free a ya kwan especially from Wenchi Ekomimi Krum Sampa.
Na na uko krum akofa Wenchi.
Ofa Wenchi.
Ada na unfa brukum.
Akwan dos ubetimi afa Wenchi.
Enfa jinjine sa.
Me ba describe ma kwan ni nyina acho from brukum uba ekwan ni sa enye from Wenchi eba ekwan na enye ufi esunyane be fa sa ekwa na uba the same thing. Ubetimi spend it Wenchi to Sampa, just an hour drive, no, you can spend close to 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
Then also who cause slow, no, and also cause pollution. So the bad roads rather are even causing more pollution than. So this thing, no, yes, yatimia you told na free wa. It means the government know what briefing space be what baby. But yeah, taxi all round that. Ebema man for crying your perception say, oh, sikani ye hiankasa. Because what was the essence of this? So what you say now the air increase baby. Nobody will side with
you. Mimi say on the first to ankasa no. Si to baby a kwan ye scan ye no e hwesa kwan no.
Exactly.
I was me adwene mu de that is say in the tema to motorway to no e scan no air for tema motorway. But I'm say abai no was centralize sa collection no.
Yeah.
Enti or me say penny bi ka say 78 million in yeska in your national budget.
Yes.
But o hwete mamoto way the way as you passing some na say ebia unya 20 million cedis kra na o de maintenance with mamoto way ebe boa mamoto way enti say o kan ebia sampa e ho asai ubenya 15 million or two or sampa and do this 15 million and even 5 million grammar contractor for routine maintenance or beji ayo routine maintenance
say road to be any so na
na ugu quota asphalt we
no but they can
me say asphaltic roads no asphaltic roads no na ye di
we see
President J. Kufuor 2007 in a company we buy some person we dual carriage Accra Kumasi no musito no mujijiska. My brother, if we have done that 13, 14 years,
build operate
14 years on by now, we would have probably paid off that the 3 lane, the 6 lanes they were going to build.
It's not we
but we are not trying as a country. And now we can. But on your mabinum wa say ye can kumasi kwan. Na ye diama private investors say o de monye na mo mount mo yi woso na mo nyijia ka kwan ya ye kan wase say ke wi o.
Okay.
But do we do that?
Another discussion.
We do Nigeria. Nigeria, you go, you see Dangote building roads. You know why? They are picking the big industrial companies and saying, say, Abia, in 5 years, you give me X amount in taxes. Pre-finance these roads and I'll offset the cost of the roads against the taxes you pay me. So that's what you are doing in Nigeria.
Within that period, no?
So if you go to Talo and say, Talo, Abia, in 5 years, you pay me this amount of taxes. These are the roads I want you to. And if Talo is to build it, they will build it more efficiently and more cost efficient, more cost effective. So that's what they're doing in Nigeria now. They are giving some of the federal rules to these big companies to build against future taxes.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Punch and I will share our Kessben television with our Kessben radio. Now, messages can kind quickly now. Yembra way so or say this one is Kosovo Ampim, Barcelona. Lawyer asked the NDC MP if the budget is approved, will they lobby for projects for their constituencies? I wish the sector minister should turn down any requests from any NDC MP because they are nation wreckers. Honorable say budget no yajitum na skaba boga ko lobby for say yenye sampa road ana.
Now, is it the first time a minority has kicked against the introduction of a particular levy?
And going
Esla was there. Yeah, introduce it is even a fun with a sunset clause.
Okay.
Yeah, but you say expanded period, no? Even cry, sandy biaki can cry. So that is not it. We are not saying, say, I think people are getting it wrong. Yenka say, my ye need to a woman no more. Any day, or my banner, and yet to no more day. But what we are saying is, say, yen in such a way, say, Ubia bet me a tree na and some for additional burden and between the parcel because ye can and now man for who say e-transactions na man for a year, e-transactions na man for ye. Edim fasudie pa eba o de o come me hwa ade e wo ho pa kese e cashew be somewhere 3-4 years ago ade ana e koso ya am robbery omu se asimase wakoyi ni sika e wo bank or ha they are called the neighboring village akwakofa nioma robbery ni ajiska no afi ho but now because of electronic transaction ninti nipa no betimi akogi nioma no wo ha no waye transfer to nipa no wallet to abra onyusu physical cash that paperless system no? But what are we seeing? You say already they are paying some charges na ye di bi ba be kan ho it will discourage people from going through that system and then you can say we shouldn't kill it so early. At least yenye gradual.
Okay.
Now man force so nobody is against the government taking taxes from the populace. But what we are saying is at least it should be reasonable.
Okay.
Because who the sheni panico na uwie be a why target we say upc. Now for a man for action who free mo target na why and ubenya said.
Good evening.
Once a yenuanum gawo for zamrama for no gawo oni yen akanfo okoye business within a short time we won say gawo ni no ni store na gina no waye asen yen because say ade na okofa na one peso
small profit quick returns
yeah there no so me penny boom no the 1 cedi atoso ono 1 peso na odi atoso no obekwa kofa nioma no na asa obefa na asa within a week now 1 peso 1 cedi na adi ato wabenya cry den abroso. So I believe say ye no in such a way say at least.
So from what you're saying, you sort of support it, but with smaller implementation.
That is what we are saying.
But you say you don't support it.
Oh, now Uti, the reason the Americans say I'm not in isolation.
Okay.
I'm coming from a family. But what we are saying is say beginning say consultations and
so there can be a consensus where there can be a middle ground where you guys can support some amount compromise and support some amount.
Say be agaya nuse agaya nuse
I see.
Okay. He even came on air man to say no kase minority for there minim kwan ya me fa so abo mi kwan dia wura mu na ma o ma gia tu man
enu na she wo
na I wish so cheap.
Okay, good evening to you, lawyer. So Kant says, can't we allow our electoral areas in this country develop themselves by paying taxes into their own bank accounts led by their various assembly members, since the central government could not help us? Hey, what the assembly about? Okay, this one says, Nana Kwekwa J. Bonsu from Queen of Peace, Takrady, Western Region. Good evening to you, Lawyer Ohene Gyan. My regards to Dr. Prince Ama, MP for Kwasimin team. Lawyer Fred Kakraba Sam. The matter of the e-levy, having regards to its serious fiscal implications, the government will continue its consultation with the minority caucus in Parliament and other relevant stakeholders with a view to achieving consensus and reverting to the House in the shortest possible time. So far, so good. Never again incompetent NDC and breaking the eight, fixing the country is on, cause Ghana beyond aid. The battle is still the Lord's, he says. This says, good evening to you, lawyer. Those who do not understand the e-levy are complaining. We, those who understand, are ready to pay for the development of our dear country, Ghana. From Kessben, Zema Enyinase. I hope the name is correct. Honorable Chief Soso, future Member of Parliament for MENA, we sincerely appeal to the minority in Parliament that adabraka enough is enough, so they should accept any modification in the 2020 budget and let Ghana proceed, because Ghana is not for only the members of Parliament, but it is for all Ghanaians. Greetings to Chairman Odeneho Kwakwapia and Okunkom lawyer Justine Kodua from Pong. Why the inconsistent commentary on e-levy by Honorable Idrisu and some NDC folks? Our overly politicization of issues will surely dwarf our economic fortunes. I'm all for the review of the 1.75% e-levy, but to scrap it is a big no. Kwesi Reynolds in Aguna Odoben sends us this message. Now this one says, John Mensah, Deputy Organizer, NPP from Cote d'Ivoire. NPP breaking the 8 to go to 16 years Ghanaians to see NDC MPs because of the party interest is not working for Ghanaians. Okay. This one says, Honorable, kindly speak Fantra small to promote Sampa language. Cancel of toll levy is absolutely wrong because drivers were not complaining about it. Obeying Cliff, as sinful who sends us this message. What it says Fantra? Oh, okay.
We call it Nafana.
Nafana. Okay, yeah. Nafana. I've heard Nafana.
That is the tribe, but the language service Nafara.
Nafara.
Yes.
Oh,
we
okay.
Banda, we speak the same dialect.
Oh, okay.
Buidam.
Yes.
We are the same people.
Oh, okay.
So Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, the minority chief, we are the same tribe.
Oh, okay. Hi, good evening to you, lawyer. I think we need people like Ojopoku to educate us on the purity of the fuel. Alex from Esaso sends us this message. I'm enjoying with Mr. Kwajopoku tonight. Thumbs up. Goyle has shown the way. I am Victor Say Ajiman from Asafo Kumasi. Lawyer, keep it up. Thanks. Okay. This one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Please, it's not same economists who always claim the government should widen the tax net. What has changed of this smart and brilliant idea from the government? Why is that these NDC MPs are not saying they are sacrificing their salaries for the government to use it so they can stop the e-levy? they should think about the nation and stop their self-seeking ambitions. Felix Asin Fosu is not charitable at all. Now, this is good evening to you, lawyer. My question is, the initial Momo charges, is it used in the interest of this country? I think NDC is fighting their own party interests and not the interests of Ghanaian people. I am Latin Amos Nimoti from Wokrom South. This one is good evening to you. My greetings to Honorable Ahinkus. That's your guy name.
My guy name.
He's just an exceptional parliamentarian. The people of German North did Ghana a favor by choosing him to represent them. May Allah grant him good health and abundance of grace. From Joshua Sampa. Taxing the ordinary Ghanaian for the president to keep bathing in the sky is nothing other than insensitivity. Oh, my brother, the president wants to bath in the sky. Well, we are left with 3 minutes to go. I can give 1 minute, and we are good to go. 1 minute,
so
your final say.
Yeah, maybe you could see and say, by the end of the day, or mine they say yenyako masika. Enti ebeba so, but near ye kano abani minority yenko benkromu na yenhu anumpu masibre. I believe say omainu nebe the ultimate beneficiary. Nobody ubia ni adwin bi se bi o twa obi 19 ana o ye bibia ebema aban ote akonwa so adwuma be ye din e de amano wahu ye kan eto no ye gege eto na ye gege no se nipa ni tua sika no na ohu se ni sika na wotua no ade we ni adi ye ya e hye nipa ni nkran e ma ni tua bebre but where ye tua to no na ye hu ni ayedi eto no e ya na ya asefem se na me ka kire wo de ko na kohwe me ho casual ye exported from Ghana to neighboring countries outside enyina. I can confidently tell you say about 80% of the cashew we have in Ghana is from my side there. But go and look at that rows. Okay. Last year alone, the revenue we generated from cashew alone wasn't a small thing.
Okay.
Meanwhile, yeah, do I know? Nipa no kura sang di nisika koto cashew no ludi trailer no di bank na ya. Niti anyi ya kana muni ahwo na ne nyoma no.
SNP be time.
We should put it into good use. Now put it into good use. Meji di say amanfo otua to a
enha because you finance it.
Don't worry.
Me that say ye kan ye no. Say the ye ka say to bi e bi meka ho no.
They were more can to as
ye tax. Yenya oh there be levies and taxes are emza ban person original. Said the year case be meka ho no yenya driver for ni GPRT for so omonto ombo ase petrol prices no bafom say world market prices no are reduced by 15%. Hopefully Omicron na ba no ama enyoma pi so abafom kakrama ewie majo prices na bafom into no omu inja say aban te tax on te tax so omu pese petrol price na bafom a petrol price no bafom say taxes don't mess a buying etiswa and a different conversation but more fast out to nimbum and they are price neighbor no say changing a sanko demonstration and a buying say a problem it be a presi be meka ho to also cast on sound quotation na sika or the be impuntu jumano onya baby en konfa no na akoyenti da se bebre
kwaje me da se honorable me da se won so sa wo hwe enwumbre me da se wa uti enwumbre wona o hye juma dia de bre mu nya so ye da mu nyina se enwumbre me din ade Ohene Gyan lawyer. Thank you, and I'll say thank you to Nyankopon aduma na wo twesende ibesan abesum oman Ghana e wo Kessben ka se fidie so yakra mu Nyankopon aduma ibesan ehia eda panfo nyina ase.